Game week 385, guys. Time's flying in. Europe will be back in a jiffy. Welcome back. Same format today, so quick overview of what's happening so far. We'll have a look at some selections and we'll keep the same format. We'll look at Cap 240 under 23 limited and then we'll review how everybody feels about that. So, connection with the current game week, under 23 limited, Sherky doing the business. Not great out with that, unfortunately. Holland a bit of a shock, so yeah, didn't do as well as expected. And Italy beaten as well, so some big teams out of this competition now. Holland are out, Belgium are out, Germany are out, Italy are out. Unbelievable. So it's going to start getting a bit harder. Where's the 240 in Cap? Have a wee look at Cap 240 because that was a sort of spotlight as well. Pretty rotten. Some sort of minor miracle needed to hit the cap, unfortunately, there. So, yeah, not the best. I'd ended up putting in Manhuef because first selection was unlikely to be playing, so just subbed that in at the last minute. But, yeah, it's not looking too successful. Do have a chance under 23 Rare Pro captain from Sherky, so it depends on the Boca boys tonight. So looking forward to hopefully them hitting some nice AA scores. That would be good. Get us into the scoring positions in terms of cards. Nearly hit the cap in Cap 240 Super Rare. Adson with the 100, but an absolute bag of spanners out with that. That was just chucked in because Simican unlikely to play, and also Suarez wasn't a starter as well. Best chance though, in terms of something decent, is All-Star Rare Pro. So Darson Morales 1-0 defeat, pretty solid scores. Atsuki Ito with the assist, and they did very well at home. I think they ended up winning 4-1, so pretty good result, and they dominated the game. Eduardo Sasha with the hat-trick, done very well. Pretty soft home game in that competition as well. I think it was the Sudamericana. So yeah, really good result for them. Scored a barrel load, and Felipe Silva is in play just now. So if he could score a hat-trick, I would be delighted. But there we go. You never know. So turning to the upcoming game week. I've selected some of these selections already, just so we can go over an overview of them in terms of the key ones. So they already mentioned these. I think we already started selecting them when we done the last video in connection with the rewards. So All-Star Super Rare, I think we'll leave that as is. Good home game for Nashville. Cezinha captain. I know there's issues sometimes with the scoring in K-League, but bottom of the league at home. And Johnny Russell's like 75%, I think, now to play. All-Star Rare Pro is me again. I like this selection. Macagno's pretty solid. Eduardo's got a really good home game. Cezinha captain again, and Isaka and Vako or Valeri Kazashvili together. Cap 240 Super Rare, playing Gabron Lejude. Adson was brilliant during the week, obviously hitting 100, but he does get rotated a wee bit, so keep an eye on that. Champ America Rare Pro. I'll need to check what's happening with Boca. Obviously, sometimes they do rotate a wee bit after their continental games, but I do like that selection. Solid defensive pair of Zimmerman and Willis at home for Nashville. Again, they're pretty good at home. Varela, Super Rare, Insigne, captain. He's been putting up some good scores, in Calais Gill. Obviously, hard away game at Cincinnati though. But yeah, he would usually be the captain. 23's Rare Pro. This is where it starts getting interesting in terms of the 23's competition team. Last under 23 game for Thomas Durso, so he times out. Actually sold one of the rares this week, so that was 10 quid well spent. Sometimes you've got to have patience with these guys, so I held him for 2 years and he was doing absolutely nothing, but eventually he got in. Let's highlight this one. Sergio Gomez against Switzerland. So Switzerland pretty lucky to go through, so I do expect Spain to progress there. Riku Pug, yeah. Galaxy have not been scoring many goals, but he's putting in a good base, so he's a nice super rare, and obviously he can get goals and assists. And I'm going to take a chance and go on Guiri and Sherky. I watched that France game. Brilliant, just brilliant to watch. I mean, Sherky, like, it was just he's just such an entertaining player to watch. So I really hope France don't start messing about with those selections. But obviously, Elise is out, and Cherki and Guiri have done much better, I think, than Koulimendo and Wahi have done. So yeah. Under 23 there. So we'll go for a lot of bum here. Just something you'll not hear me saying very often, but yeah, double bum. Atsuki Ito played really well last game, on good form. Again, last game of under 23s because he's 24. Alan Velasco, Dallas obviously playing at home. Jesus Ferreira is away with the Gold Cup squad, so yeah, he's pretty nailed, or he is nailed to play, I would have thought. And Curtis Jones been really good in this tournament for England, so I'm going to go with him. So let's get into the actual lineup builder selections as well, because we're going to do that obviously as well. So we're just going to pick out the under 23s and the cap 240, and then later on we'll maybe expand things once we get Europe back, but it's a bit more restricted in terms of what we're doing just now. First thing to point out here is if you do have Trubin, for some reason he does not show up on the list. So yeah, he's playing against France, and I'm not going to select him, but remember he is an option. Tenas was rested the last game, but I'm going to stick with Spain. I think it's a good game against Switzerland. They just scraped through. So of the fixtures, it's one of the better ones, and I'm going to go for the double defence and go for Sergio Gomez. So Sergio Gomez again has been excellent. Was rested in the last game, and the defender card as well, which scores pretty well. They're pretty easy selections for me. Onto the midfield. So again, some of these Ukrainian guys are shown. So don't ask me why Trubin's not shown. You'd need to ask Sorare that. But there we go. I'll shut up now, and I will not moan. I'm going to have a look down, see if there's any interesting things that pop out here, because obviously I do have some options with Argentina and Brazil running, etc. here, just to see if there's any sort of outliers jumping out here, but I don't think there's anything. Quite like Aaron Molinas, but so away from home. Yeom Ji Sung's a guy I like as well, linked with Celtic actually, but hard game against Ulsan. There's nobody really banging out. Diego Lainez has now joined the Mexico squad, but I don't think he's a starter. So provisional sort of selection here. I think we're going to be looking at Barco, Jacob Ramsey. Obviously Portugal will be a tougher test for England, although they've been very good in this tournament. Sforza. I can't play Sergio Gomez playing defender card. Alan Varela. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Barco, and then we'll just check on this. I mean, I do like the England sort of team's chances. I don't nearly said I like the England team there. Woofed. Take a deep breath there. Refocus. No, we're not picking the English guy. That's it. It's out the window now. I think we'll go France again. Ukraine look pretty good, to be honest, so I don't think this is like a brilliant fixture or anything, but we're just going to captain Cherki. Why not? Why not? It's on at the weekend. I think I might get some Guinness in and watch. If he's on the bench, it'll be a foot through the TV moment. Just play the guy. Just play him. He's so good. Also, the thing about Cherki is the youngest guy in that French squad, and I tell you, he looked like the best player on the pitch. And the French squad is absolutely stacked. So there we go. Quite like that selection. Barco doesn't. His face looks as if he's tripping himself, but there we go. Sergio Gomez got a smile on his face. So there we go. That's under 23s picked. Again, there's not much to go over there, I don't think, from my point of view, except if you're obviously got different options and you will, be careful now if you need to fill a gap in, because obviously there's not much on now. You're restricted to under 23s that are playing in America and the guys who are left in the tournament, and there's a lot of big teams out. So if you're going to go and buy somebody just now, just bear in mind that then there's going to be a gap in games afterwards, and you know how might their values hold up. Are they a wee bit pumped up in terms of price because of all the demand for the under 23s? But a lot of these guys are pretty good value these days, I would have said, in terms of price. So there we go. So onto the cap 240, and then that'll be us done, I think. First thing to point out is tennis obviously was a very good option, but now has been playing very well and is now a very bad option for the Caps because his price has shot up. So I'm going to have a look down here. Now, do I have any legits? I do. Santos are pretty rotten, but 12 I think is just too good to give up. Really fancy Sigino against Vissel. So yeah, I think that makes that decision. I think we just go with Legit. And he's reasonably cheap just now. I think Acevedo's out for a reasonable amount of time, so might be somebody people can pick up. He is only 27, 28, 29. I think this card's a bit old, so hedging my bets there. But he's not old for a goalkeeper, and Acevedo sometimes gets interest as well. So I think at some point he will move on to somebody else, in fairness. So could be a guy you might want to pick up for the Caps, but then just show a bit of patience with. That leaves us an average of 57, which is quite nice. Giannetti, again, is another good option. He has been linked with a move to Newell's, which is quite interesting because Newell's are pretty decent. So I see here, we don't have any information on at the moment for play sharper for Argentina. I'm going to go, I think, with... No, I'm not. I'm going to go for Hatanaka. Pretty soft home game against Belmare, so provisionally will go for Hatanaka, but I'm going to check on that because they do a bit of messing about with their defenders. Eduardo has been playing well, and I think Hatanaka was in the bench last game as well. That's just from my own memory, which is getting worse now as I get older and greyer. Yeah, 75%. That's an interesting one, but I think I'll provisionally put him in just because it's such a soft fixture. We have got some good strong mids here, so what I'm going to do first, I think, is just pick a forward or an extra who has a bit of a lower cap, and then that leaves us with a bit of room still in the budget. So let's go under 15 and see what sort of fun we can come up with here. Arturo Izaka, it's a guy I really like. Don't have any Sergio Gomez defender cards, but I could put in the mid card. Actually, the score should be calculated to the card that you're playing. So obviously the mid card doesn't get the clean sheet, but the average of 49 should be calculated to the mid card. Yeah, but I'm going to play Gomez actually. It's not the optimal card, but also he's been playing very well in South Spain, so and that leaves us with an average of 58, which is quite interesting. I'll whack that back up now to 65 and see what we can fit in with the other mids, etc. So, forward wise, or do we go a strong mid? Graham has been excellent, but there has been a bit of buggering about, obviously, with K-League scores, and also Pohang away is not the easiest game. I think we'll go with Hani. Let's go Mukhtar. Hani's been excellent. Obviously, he's seems to be kind of hat trick or nothing at the moment, unfortunately. But there we go. And then who does that leave us with striker wise? Giacomakis. I think he should be back for this game. Big, gorgeous Georgios. Some Minkio's an interesting selection, but he's been sort of rotated a wee bit. Edgar Silva got sent off. Issa Callan's an interesting one as well, as is Junker. I think I'll probably go Gio if he's expected to play. He's been so reliable, so let's see what Play Sharper's saying. Again, guys, Play Sharper's free, not an affiliate with Play Sharper, although I do like Spicer if you're watching. Congratulations on your rival, Spicer. Let's see. Brad Guzan. What's the script here? Almada and Giacomakis. Yeah, let's go Gio. Yeah, so there we go. Selected. So legit, cap cost, pick, and then we get to go quite strong overall over after that. Hatanaka, I think, will start, to be honest. And I'll probably be eating my words on Saturday morning, feeling slightly hungover, looking at the selections, going, what the hell have you done? Good old Japan. Chaos. Hanny's Hanny. Another thing I've done this week, which is probably a bit stupid, I probably just bought his cards. I actually went in the MLS store and bought a Hani Mukhtar 10 shirt. So 2024 it will arrive from America probably. Gio and Sergio Gomez, I like that. So there we go, guys. I think think the last thing to do is maybe just have a wee look at the fixtures. I'm not going to go into any more selections here, but I might go into the All-Star Limited and just do a run through of the actual matches that are available here. So obviously you've got to watch with the Gold Cup and everything being on. There's some sort of softish selections floating about here at the moment. So always worth having a quick look through. Obviously Peru, Universitario have got a reasonable home game there by the looks of it. We've got Argentina on. River Plate are away from home. They played midweek, so maybe some rotation. Estudiantes at home. Show more matches. Interesting. Boca at home again. Newell's Gymnasia is quite a tough game. Obviously Gymnasia are not scoring many, but they seem to be quite tight at the back. Gold Cup. United States, Trinidad and Tobago, so you'd probably expect the United States to win there. Jamaica against St Kitts and Nevis, so if you have any Jamaican guys, maybe like Andrew Blake, etc., who are a good selection, you would have thought against St Kitts and Nevis, who are rotten. Mexico against Qatar, yeah, it's a pretty good fixture as well. We've got Liga MX back, that's good. So you have Brian Lozano's and Diego Valdez, etc., if you've got guys like that. Atlas play Cruz Azul, so they're at home, that's good. Santos, let's hope they don't concede loads of goals because we need legit. K-League, John Book against Jeju, etc. and Diageo have a standout fixture. So we'll leave it at that, guys. We'll have more content coming soon. Good luck with the game week. Good luck with any rewards. And thanks very much for watching. Thank you.